Hey folks, MACT back, and you know how I occasionally say that I've never had to do that repair because it's never broke? Well, everything comes true eventually. So I have Blueberry, my 2011 Ford Edge, as many of you have probably encountered, is the rear camera failure. So I'm going to document it my way and how I repair it, and hopefully it's correct. But I'm going to have a difference to what everybody else does. I'm going to attempt to send the camera off to be repaired and then reinstalled rather than buying a new camera. And we'll see how much the cost weighs out and if it's successful, and go from there. But right now we got to get that thing removed, and I'm going to show you what it's doing and not doing. So let's go ahead and check it out. Now this is what it's doing. It'll probably make me into a liar right now, but we'll see what it's doing. I'm going to go ahead and put it in reverse. And that is what I get. Right there. So, camera's not working. Now, there's occasions when I can put it in reverse and it will actually work. It's not 100%. So, most of the time I do get this message. Let's see if we can't get it. It tried. You saw it. Sometimes it comes in with the image upside down. I'm trying to catch that for y'all. So, let's see what it does. I'm in reverse now. I didn't even do it. There we go. Nothing again. Oh, see, there it was, and then it went away. And it will do that occasionally. Sometimes it'll actually even work. There you go. Now it's working, now it goes away. Anyway, it'll come in upside down and do all sorts of other weird stuff to you. And it'll give you the message eventually that it needs to be replaced, basically. So let's go ahead and remove it and get it mailed off and then reinstalled. First things first, got to lift it up, and then we got to go up in here and do some screws that are there. So let me go ahead and get my light to show you what we're doing. Right here we have to undo these Phillips head screws. There's 2 of them per handle, as you can see. So we'll go ahead and whip those out real quick and then go to the next step. Okay, we'll go ahead and remove these. Place them here in the back. And we'll go ahead and remove these 2. You can use a regular screwdriver, it doesn't matter, Phillips head, but as you can see, this is a lot faster with power tools. So, we got these out. Now we just got to pop this all out. So let's do that. You just sort of pull it. And then snap her out. Hopefully, you do it nice and gentle like. There you go. That's all you got to do. You pull it out. And apparently I snapped one off. Just be aware that they pop out, so you just place them back in. They go right in there. This one here did break. So, never fear. It's not a big deal. You got all the others there. Nothing was in these right here. And then you just set this off to the side. Here's the piece that broke off. Now keep in mind this car is 9 years old, so plastic gets brittle. So just one of the little holders broke. Not a big deal. So we have one here, that's 2, 3, 4, 5, and number 6 right there. So you have a total of 6 in the holes that you have to open up right through here, and that will allow you to release this whole rear fascia that you see on the back with the Ford emblem on it, and your license plate lights and the camera, so we can remove the whole unit. So let's go ahead and release that. Now we just want to gently maneuver this off of here. Oh, we got something else I forgot. Where are they at? Oh yeah, I forgot those. Let me show you what's holding up the works. Now right there, you're going to have one of those clips right there, and then as you go through, you'll have another one right there. So let's go ahead and put a socket over those, and hopefully that'll take care of that and pop them out. I have a 5/16 here, it'll do the same thing. But anything that is small enough to pop that in, and then you want to take and lift it out on the other side, so you get the idea. But I'm using one hand here, so it's going to be rather difficult to do this with just one hand. But with the other hand, while you're pushing this in, pull back on it, it should pop out. I'll show you from the outside. Push that in, and that should help pop it out, right, just like so. So now that's loose. We'll go ahead and do the other side. Do it the same way. There we go. Got both of them free. Now once you got these plastic tabs here released on both sides with that socket, then you can just pull it out gently and undo this grommet right back here, and then just feed these wires and connectors out gently, and now you have the back portion off with the camera and the license plates lights. So now we can go ahead and work on that. So I'm going to clean this up a little bit better. I already wiped it down a little bit, but we're going to clean it up and get some tape over it. Now we have to remove these. And you have 6 of them, so you set these off to the side. Now we have these tabs here that we have to release, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of them. So let's see if our handy dandy pocket screwdriver will fix these up. And you just take this flat bladed screwdriver in here, pop it in there. There's just a little tab, and you just pry up on it just a little bit, and it releases. You got to do it gently all the way through, and they come out pretty easy. And release. And just keep going all the way through till they're all released. Might be easier to start on the other end and work your way in too. At least it seems like it's that way. Yeah, it's a little easier to go from each end. Rather than working from the middle. That there then releases everything that you have in here. And you have one little tab that's going to want to hang on at the very base. There's a little notch right in here in this metal. So if you can see it right there, it'll be stuck in that. So you got to sort of work that out, and then you get it all separated. And now you got the camera separated, and you can then start working to unplug it. And we'll go ahead and get that started next. Looks like it might be like a 15 here. That's what it is. It's a 15. I believe that's what it says. So we got a 15 on there that we had to remove. And that then allows us to remove this bracket and the camera, which we have right here. So all we do is unplug it, and I will mail this camera off to see if it can be repaired. And if it can't be repaired, then I'll buy a new one and we'll install a new one. But that is pretty much it. We can look and see the pin connectors all look in really good shape. Plugs not corroded or anything. So we're going to say it's in good shape. Not an issue. I did send this camera off. This is the original camera that came with the 2011 Ford Edge, and I sent it off, and as you can see, had some work done on it. The idea was to experiment to see if it could be repaired, and sadly, as you see in this video, it was not possible. This is the repaired old camera. I have the wires connected, I have it taped in place just to test it. So it's hot in here and I got the AC running. But the goal is to see if we actually got a camera that works. Keep in mind, this is the original repaired camera. Didn't work. I'll double check the wires, make sure everything is good, but doesn't look like it. Not getting a camera. No, it's not available. Let's try the new one. Now this is the camera that I bought on eBay, and I had my doubts, but basically I think it was around $100, maybe a little less, and that's the part number for it. Now that is a Ford Motorcraft part number, and that is a B on there. That means this is a next gen camera, and let's go ahead and put it in. I've already tested it, but I'll show you all in the video later here after we get it installed. It does work, but it works beyond compare because I was impressed. So let's go ahead and put this all back together and see what the results are. Now all we have to do first is go ahead and plug this thing in right like so. And keep in mind, you gotta, it clicks in, so you got to make sure it does click in. Then it seats right in like so, and then we have to slide it in and get it to seat down and catch. There you go. You want to get this right here, and we take our little Torx and we screw that back in, and you can almost do this by hand just with the Torx bit. Doesn't take much. So I go ahead and I'm just putting it in nice and tight by hand, because that's about all the tightness you're going to need on it. But use a little Torx on there, and I forget what size Torx this was. It was a, holy cow, I can hardly read it, a 15. So you need a 15 for this. Now we got this, so what we got to do is put everything back together. Now keep in mind this goes into the back, but we do have to go ahead and put this whole piece back in here. Now if you remember right, there's a little notch right here that you have to go ahead. There's a little notch, so this back piece has to have this little notch, this little lip right here, go back into there. I got this little notch lined up right in here, but now we have to get all of these little tabs slid in and snapped in appropriately. You want to start from the end. You got to make sure they're all lined up, because if they're not lined up properly, you're going to probably break one or two. Just like this one doesn't want to line up that good. Use our little screwdriver here just to help it along. There we go. Use that little, push that up a little bit, and then that'll slide right in. And we now have all of them lined back up. So they're all back in. Lights are in, everything here is in. And now we have to put all of these back in these different holes here. So if you remember, we took these all out, so now we got to screw them all back in. So we're just reversing our process and getting them in and out. So let's go ahead . There we go. We now have all of these put back together. So the next thing is to go ahead and slip this back onto the back of the edge, run these wires with this grommet through here, and I think we'll be pretty well set. So let's go ahead and put it back on before it ends. Now if you remember, we had a few bolts that we had to put in here. So we're going to go ahead and start these all in here. Oh, that's the wrong one. There we go. Get that one started. There we go. Got that one on, and we just take all of them and we'll get them all started first so we don't have any cross thread issues. And the last one over here, oh, I missed this one, so there we go. Now we can use our drill and go ahead and slide them on. There we go. Let me check my alignment. Everything's good. I'll torque it down just a little bit more, just to make sure we're nice and tight. We're all set with that. Now we have to take and connect the wires. The wires are right here. Slide this one in, snap it, and we snap this one in. And it's snapped. And that is all there is to this. We then put our back cover back on. Line everything up, and then basically we just got to snap it back into place. So we got to line up all the different sides. And I didn't get it. So we got to take them back off. We have to line this up back here. There we go. Got it. Woo! Hardest part is the back part by the third brake light. Once you get that done, then you can take the screws and screw the screws back in. Nice and easy. You can get all these screws back in. It's not that hard. The job is, I would say this job's probably about a 4 or 5 on the scale. We got her. Hatch closed. And it's closed. Let's check it out. Alright folks, I got the camera fixed, so let me go ahead and test it out. Holy cow, what is that? Let me go back and check. Wow. What the heck is that? Nothing there. I think this camera's broke. I don't know. Let me try it again. Okay, nothing there, so let me try it again, because this camera is... I don't know what that was. Let's try it again. What the heck? This thing's not working right. Let me go check again. What the heck? There's nothing here. Let me try one more time. This camera's got some weird images coming out on it. Okay, folks. Third time's the charm. Let's see if there's any... This camera is weird. I have no clue what's going on. Every time I go back there, there's nothing there. So I don't know if they programmed this thing wrong or what's going on. What in the world's going on with this thing? Holy cow! It's like a wildlife massacre. Let me go check again. Nothing. Nothing at all. Let's try it one more time. Folks, I'm not so sure this eBay camera is really worth the money because weird stuff's going on with it. I may have to send it back. Let's see. One more try. And if it ain't working, I don't know what to tell you. Holy cow! Let me go check this real quick. There's got to be something going on. What's going on here? What's going on? What are you doing?
Hello.
Holy cow. Now this is the camera. Everything is hooked up. All the sides look pretty well aligned. So repair is complete. Now we just got to test it out and see if it's working. Ooh, it's hot. Yeah, I'm charging the battery. AC's on, so it'll be a little windy, folks, but it is like 100 degrees. So I'll turn the fan down. And let's go ahead and put it in reverse. And let's see what we got. Look at that, folks. Lines, markings, everything. I don't need to use forescan to reprogram or anything. Working great. So I'm going to call that a fix. But let's go ahead and wrap this up. There you go. That wasn't that hard at all. Got it working. Now Mom, OSHA, can now drive her car again and not have a problem. So we're all set. Camera's working. Everything in this edge is working, so she's good to go. And she can stop driving Lilu. Anyway, hey, this was probably about a 4 or 5 on a scale of how hard it is. It takes basic hand tools and a little bit of time and patience. But otherwise, it's an easy fix, folks. So don't be scared. You can do it. And hey, I did it, so that makes me happy. Anyway, thanks to the wildlife refuge that decided to lay back behind the edge when I was testing the camera. I hope you all had a little fun with that. But anyway, this is MACTFORDEDGE, and this is how I fix the rear camera. And again, make sure you like, subscribe, join MACTFORDEDGE, not only on this YouTube channel, but on the Facebook group. Go there, join that, help make that a great group. And also, my feet hit the floor today. I'm having a great day, and I want you to have a great day too. Band of One's always got some great music, and Mercy Girl has her one-liners.
Thank you for watching MACT's videos, and remember to like and subscribe. This is a Mercy Girl production.